Hey, Sammy here. I'm not your typical job counselor. I work remote and I travel the world as I kickstart careers. This is raw, real, and on the road. Welcome to the Career Kickstart Show.
Hi, I'm Sami, and this is the Career Kickstart. I'm with Jaena Moynihan, and we have been already, if only you had followed us through this whole journey, because we have lived a lifetime together as we battle tech issues before this interview. Now, Jaena, I'm going to have you describe yourself. Like, I'm not even going to go into it because I'm going to tell you how my first time I saw Jaena, I am nervous as just super nervous. I'm like a nerd at a cheerleader convention. You know, that's how I feel on the inside. But I'm in like this high-rise place in Manhattan, and it's Be True Brand New Live. And in walks this glamazon with this purple wig and a tiara, just like acting like a Southern mayor's wife, being like, darling, hello, kisses, kisses, what's up? And you're like, who is this strange woman? Yes, I will hug you. I don't know you, but sure, why not? And then she's the first one to present. She gives this beautiful, like you laugh, you cry, you forget that it's like 9 in the morning and you're half asleep. Like she woke us up, and she was the best opening act, I guess you could say, for Be True Brand New Live this year. So I'm going to stop gushing because I will admit, no shame, like I totally have a brand girl crush on... I do. I love it. Oh my God. Go to her website, divinemissioncoaching.com. It looks great. Total website goals. But I'm going to let Jaena talk about herself so I don't go on like her fan club president any longer. So Jaena, what's your elevator pitch? Tell me about yourself.
Well, hi, I'm Jaena Moynihan. I'm a divine mission coach and spiritual teacher. And honey, if it's woo, I am yo boo, right? That's how we roll. I work with people at all different stages of their spiritual journey, from like newbie beginners who don't know what a chakra or an aura is, all the way up into like full on spiritual entrepreneurs. And I help people get more clear on their divine mission, of course. That's why I have the whole divine mission coaching thing. And I also just help people to really deepen their connection with spirit, the divine, their higher power, however really you refer to it. And then just serve at the highest level that you possibly can by coming from that place of really feeling aligned.
Awesome. And you forgot to mention that you are hilarious and super sweet and very approachable, even when like you're in heels and you have like a purple wig and tiara on.
That was really fun walking through Midtown Manhattan like that, you know, and I had about 2.6 seconds of self-consciousness before I realized it's Manhattan. Nobody cares. Like, this is normal. Yeah. So, I did not include that in my elevator pitch, and I need to pop that one in there.
Awesome. So with Divine Mission Coaching, what I think is really cool is the fact that a lot of times when people make goals, and especially when you have that A-type high achieving person, which in some ways I can be, but one of the things that happens is that I can make, and it happened to me, it's why I did my last career pivot where I did a 5-year plan and I accomplished it. At the end of it, I was like, what did I do? You know, and there's a lot of there wasn't the same satisfaction because a lot of it was just like me not really getting to the heart of what I want to do. So when you work with folks, you know, and you do divine mission coaching, what do you see as something that a lot of people, especially job seekers, are kind of missing, you know, when they come to you? And like their planning process, if you will.
Well, I feel like a lot of times what they're missing in their planning process is, you know, really taking the time to check in and see, like, is what I'm planning and is what I'm going for here, is this really what I want, or is this just what I've sort of been told that I should want, either by, peers, family, society, culture, etc. I find a lot of people don't really take the time to, really dig into the value of their story and their experiences, which is the very first thing that I always talk about with someone when we get into divine mission coaching. I really want to know, where have you been? What have you done? What did you learn from that? Because our experiences uniquely qualify us to, really teach or to serve from a really specific and unique place. So that's one of the things that, I find is missing. And I also find that it's something that's really missing with career counseling in general. Why aren't there more personality inventories? Why aren't there more know thyself sort of, why isn't that emphasized more? Because it's really kind of the key to everything, I think.
No, it is true. In fact, I pretty much work with career changers. Like, that's been a constant in my career. And that's one thing that a lot of people, just like you say, where they don't take into account their own feelings, what they want, what even is their own like secret sauce talent that they have. So they might go into something like a STEM field or something where someone was like, you'll make a lot of money as a lawyer. And then they're like, oh yeah, but I still have to like exist and live, and I'm freaking miserable. Because I never really thought, do I want to be a lawyer, or does this just seem really cool? Or my mom likes it.
Yeah, the world tells me I should make a lot of money. Maybe you don't really need to make a lot of money. Maybe your ideal of success and accomplishment actually doesn't really cost that much. What if you just don't really need all that much to feel really happy and free and joyous and successful and at peace? If you need yachts on the Riviera, awesome. Go for it. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to look for career fields that are going to pay you enough to support that, or obviously go into entrepreneurship or something like that. But if that's not really the most important thing for you, why worry about really trying to go for it and reach some sort of income bracket that would support a life that you really don't care all that much about? I kind of wish that more people would sort of take that time, like what really does matter to me? Because for some people, like a good cup of coffee constitutes luxury. And for some people, it's first class flights. So that's something else I really talk a lot about in my coaching.
Good. Yeah, you talk about, you can be Jenny from the block, or you can be the J-Lo from Love Don't Cost a Thing. You can... probably most people don't evaluate themselves on which J-Lo they may be, but I'm going to say maybe that's something I should creep into my own coaching. It could be my own evaluation.
There you go.
J-Lo, are you? But Jaena, I know that you've had some really cool twists and turns in your career just by meeting you in person, and then of course going onto your website. So how about you just tell us, how has your career changed over the years?
Which one? Because I've had a couple. So when I first actually made the decision to have a career, that really came, of course, from family pressure and societal standards saying, you have to go to school and get a career. So I did take a year off of school after I graduated high school, which just happened by the hairs of my chinny chin chin, honestly. And then I was thinking, I really do need to go back to school. I need to do something, but it needs to be creative. There needs to be some sort of artistic slant to it. And I decided to go to school for culinary arts, which I did, and graduated and, got my degree in culinary arts, and then went into the restaurant business and worked as a pastry chef, a vegetarian chef. Then I ended up just waiting tables because I made more money, honestly. So I went to school to wait tables, essentially. And so I really got to a point back in 2000 where I was feeling particularly unfulfilled and just feeling like there wasn't enough me in what I was doing, and just knowing that it wasn't sustainable. I loved to cook, but cooking as a profession was really, really different, which often happens when you turn your passions into a career. It becomes a whole different thing, and not always what you enjoy. So that certainly happened for me there in the culinary field. And then I had a series of awakening experiences, if you will, with orca whales in Washington State, and it sort of led me into really thinking about what it was that I wanted to do and what I needed to do, and I felt very called to start getting really, really back into connecting with my spirituality and serving from that place. So I started doing tarot card readings, and that sort of led into doing parties. And then I, moved all over the country through a series of unfortunate relationships and finally landed where I am now, which is Phoenix, Arizona. And so I'm like kind of waving at you down the road there.
Hi,
friends. So around 2000, that was between 2000 and 2004. So in 2004, I just decided it was time, and I was going to completely go for it. And I quit my gig waiting tables at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, why did I go to school for 2 years to end up at waiting tables at the Cheesecake Factory? So it's
a common story in America today. You are not alone.
It really is. It really is. So I just decided, this is it. It's time. And I quit my job, and I had a couple of gigs. I'd started to gain a little bit of traction locally. And so I did it, and I left and made it work.
Nice. And you have been, doing entrepreneurship ever since. You have achieved the holy grail of supporting yourself as an entrepreneur, doing, in some ways, a freelance service, which is not easy. Disclaimer, I've worked at that freelancing for such a long time, and it was one of those things where people don't realize the amount of work you have to put into any sort of business that's service-based.
Oh, yeah. And especially when you're starting out, you do everything. So I was always just interested in doing the work. I wanted to read tarot cards, and then that kind of evolved into me doing mediumship sessions. I did Reiki and energy healing sessions, crystal healing, past life regressions, trance channeling. Girl, like I said, if it's woo, I'm your boo, right? I went into all taught classes and just hustled. I just wanted to do the work. But I, in the meantime, had to do things like also bookkeeping, and I'm not the most type A. So I kind of had to hack it, so that I could do the work that I really, really wanted to do. And ironically, at this point in my career now, which is changing again because I transitioned into more of a coaching model in 2014, now it's changing again. And now the thing that really lights me up and interests me that I can just lose myself in is learning all the business tools and, stuff that probably would have been good to maybe know at the beginning, but I was all about fake it till you make it. And I, had a couple of chance encounters with some influencers who, one of whom promoted me, and that kind of put me on more of an international platform, and things just really kind of went and sort of snowballed from there. I am a very stubborn person. If I want something, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna have it, or get severely injured trying to get it. So I was just determined, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it. There's no other option. There is no plan B. There wasn't, for me at that time, certainly. So, but yeah, it was, it got really interesting.
Oh my God, I love that you just went with it and you rolled with the punches and you just like your story in some ways okay, this is gonna make everybody just be like, do you have a pop culture cornerstone that's not a pop diva, which is kind of no, but it reminds me of when Madonna went to New York City with just $30 in her pocket and she just bust on in from Detroit. Like, I love it when people are like, you know what? I'm just going to take my sparkling and effervescent personality, the results that I get for people that I work with, and you know what? I'm here, world. Take me as I am.
There it
Love
is.
it. I love it. Well, along the way, how about you tell me what has been the greatest gift that somebody has given you in your career? That could be mentor time, advice, what have you.
Yeah, I was thinking about this question, and the first thing that came to my mind, like the best thing that I was given was a break. Somebody hired me. Somebody said, you can come work at my store. You can come flip cards in my bar. I believe in you. Let me introduce you to my audience or my customers, or so obviously that's been one of the greatest gifts. But when I was thinking about it a little bit deeper, actually, I think probably the greatest gift is people naysaying me and saying, oh, get a real job, or that's not a real career, or, what are you thinking? Or actually I found that the people who didn't really believe in what I was doing or understand what I was doing, or who were just plain old concerned over what I was doing, that was actually a really, really great gift, because it pushed me and spurred me on to say, no, it made me dig my heels in more. And in entrepreneurship and freelancing and service-based businesses, I mean, you have to have some grit. Like, that's one of the key components to any level of success, I think, is, of creating your own success, that is having some grit and some real determination and refusal to accept less than what you're really going for. So people not believing me, or, giving me crap about what I was doing, I'd have to say that was probably the biggest gift.
Nice. I like that your motivation, it can be similar to mine. I tell people like that, that scene with Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross, I get pumped by that because I'm like, screw you, Alec Baldwin. I'm going to close and I'm going to get some coffee. You can shuttle back to Tallahassee or wherever you came from, buddy. But yeah, sometimes the chip on the shoulder can really help, and you just say, whatever, Alec Baldwin.
Exactly. Yeah, I said that a lot, and not even, and it wasn't even, the worst part of it isn't really, the people, it's in between your ears. It's when you start hearing it in between your ears, like, what are you thinking? And why am I doing this? And, this is difficult. And so taking what I got from the outside and having it come inside, and then going through a process of really sort of working through that, kind of having a bit of a hero's journey with my own mindset, was something that ended up helping me really continue moving forward with it.
Good. I mean, and that's one of those things that we all have to like push through the crap, to find I can't even think of a good metaphor, but like the rainbow or whatever you will. Like, right. Sometimes that's just it. The road gets rocky, the seas get choppy, and you just got to hold on and be like, I can do it. I can be Madonna in the 80s going to New York City. I will make it.
Yes. Well, yeah, honey, you don't get those rainbows without the rainstorms. So that's definitely probably been one of the best gifts that I received.
Awesome. And that goes into my next question, is all kind of about the rainstorms. So what for you, what was your biggest career mistake?
Let's see. Well, I make them every day. I still make them quite frequently. Probably my biggest career mistake was honestly not focusing on the marketing aspect. I only really got serious about building my email list and doing regular marketing communication really in the last couple of years. Business came so easy to me for a while because I got really, really, really well known for what I was doing. And when I kind of decided to switch my business model up a little bit, I didn't have the right systems in place to support it. I just thought, oh, well, everybody's just going to follow me on the journey. And while a lot of people did, not everyone did. And I wish that I would have taken the time. Well, I mean, I can't really say that because, my journey is what it was and it's the way that I needed to do it. And I'm great with it. I wouldn't change anything actually. But if there was a mistake, it would be not really kind of nailing down some of the more business aspects of it, the marketing and focusing on getting better systems in place.
Mm-hmm. Now I feel you on that. That's been something where I'm like, okay, I actually have to not have everything in my head and I have to write things down and do this and do that and do this. No, I feel you. Systems. Yeah. You think about, ooh, I like doing the work, and then, oh God, I have to have a whole system to support
me. And I really, if I could turn back time, if I could have a share moment, right? If I could turn back time, I would get help sooner from other people to help me do the stuff that I'm not naturally great at. Mm-hmm. I would have definitely brought in help sooner.
Oh, yeah. You need someone to dance with you sometimes when you're dancing in your zone of genius.
Yes.
I have found that to be where that's why I like surrounding myself with people who have different skills. I can be like, I'll trade you a resume and help me with copywriting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, honey. I'll pull cards for you all day long if you can. If you can help me organize my Asana dashboard, that would be great.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm getting into Asana, and it's something where I can already tell I'm going to have to watch myself.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, girl. Ooh, girl.
I've got a hot honey boo boo mess going on back there right now. And it's just like idea vomit, right? Because that's my thing. It's like, wow, let's do all this. And it's like it's all in one place now. Yay. But my VA and I are both like very brainstormy idea people. So we need somebody to come in and kind of organize it and sort of clean up the mess, right?
That is business goals. Have that person who comes up and just cleans everything up after you've had the midnight session of, wouldn't it be cool?
Yeah, exactly. All those midnight sessions. I live for them.
What I love is that you just have that magnetism and you're ready to go and just throw out ideas. And I think that really is really important to folks in careers because you get that all the time when you're doing entrepreneurship, but a lot of times people don't when they're building their careers. So what would be your best advice for folks who have been feeling stagnant in their careers?
Listen to your gut when it comes to paying attention to things that you feel really attracted to, and be around what you're attracted to more. Be around what lights you up as much as you can, because you never know when an idea or an opportunity is going to show up. And if it shows up in a time that you're actually doing something that you're really into, that you really enjoy, and you're around other people who are into it as well, if it shows up, chances are it's going to be really aligned with, the opportunity is going to be something that feels really good to say yes to. And it's something that you can really succeed at and carry forward with. So, I would definitely say just give yourself full permission to be around what you love and to, really change the channel also from naysayers, like really using what people would naysay, or when they would try to poo-poo on your parade, like using that as fuel, definitely would be a piece of advice.
It's, and I love how you're saying turn the channel and go for what's going to excite you. Too many people, there's this tendency where you get like a career rot, you get that career funk and nothing seems all that exciting. So you almost close your eyes. So you stop seeing those opportunities. Like when you were saying, that's how you find opportunities, is by following that excitement, and too many people just kind of blind themselves to opportunities. So even if opportunities like right over there, they're like, ugh, whatever. I need to like watch the next, episode of Sense8 before they cancel it. So go away, Right. And it's something that I've been guilty of that for sure, where you get into that mentality of like, I'm sick of networking or doing this or doing that. But if you do follow something that sparks something in you, that's the thing. Like, you got one life to live, man. And like, you got to go for it at some point in time, because nobody's going to live for you.
That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. Nobody is going to live it for you. And why would you even want them to if they could? I definitely am with you on that. And you know what? Maybe your thing is to watch Sense8. Maybe your thing is to, start a YouTube reviewing like the most awesome Netflix. I mean, you can make a lot of money if you work it right. That's definitely something to know. If you don't fit into one of those like career check boxes, if you're one of those people who doesn't fit into those boxes, the good news is that you really can make money in this world with just about anything. If you learn how to package it and position it, any passion can convert into, money and supporting whatever lifestyle feels aligned with your spirit.
Mm-hmm. Amen. That's the beauty of the internet, y'all.
Yeah.
There is like an audience for everything. If you want to meet other people who like, dress up like Mutant Ninja Turtles while they go-kart, I guarantee you there's like a core group of like 10 dudes in like Lubbock, Texas that will like revere you as their god. Like there's like literally somebody for everybody.
There really is. I mean, like everything is like an industry. Every interest is an industry. It's just about experimenting and finding, where you can fit into that. Can you niche yourself into it in a way that adds value to your clients and to the industry and is a good exchange for you?
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Now, speaking of passion projects, we're getting to the close of the interview. So I really want to know, what are you working on now? And if you would, let the folks at home know exactly where they can reach out to you and just find out more.
Yes. So thank you for asking that. Right now, what I'm working on, among other things, is the launch of the second round of my Divine Mission Bootcamp, which is a group coaching program that is going to be, it's 8 weeks, and then there's 4 weeks of bonus content. Ooh. So it's actually 12 weeks now this time. So yeah, I'm just working on getting the materials together for that. And we ran a beta last year of it that did really well, and a lot of people got some great results. So yeah, I'm going to be interviewing them and just having a lot more stuff coming out about Divine Mission. So yeah, any of that, you can learn more by, of course, joining my email list on my website, divinemissioncoaching.com, or you can just hit me up on the Book of Faces. I have a really, uniquely spelled name, and Sammy's linking me up and sharing me out too. So yeah, friend me, message me, follow me, stalk me. It all works. I have good boundaries if it gets a little too much. But
you'll shut it down if it gets a little weird.
I'll let you know.
Jaena, I love talking to you, and if you don't mind, I want to say your tagline, because I love it.
Do it.
Yes, if it's woo, then she's your boo. I love it.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for being on my show. It was great chatting with you, and
pleasure.
And everybody go to divinemissioncoaching.com to find out more. And as always, I'm Sami Gardner, and this is the Career Kickstart. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Find something cool at cool.careerkickstartacademy.com.